What is up, guys? It is Turtles 420 roast. Back from my deep sea slumber. I was gone for a really long time, and a couple of you guys even hit me up on Instagram, asking what happened to me. I explained for the most part. So the first reason I haven't been uploading was because I was banned from YouTube from uploading for a couple months. Second reason being that I was kind of busy. Like, I was fighting my personal demons, you know what I'm saying? And for the most part, I didn't see any time in making videos for whatever reason. And, take these out, they're getting foggy. It's hot as shit out here in California, guys. Like, I can't explain how hot it is. So, basically, guys, for the past, 2 months, from like May till the beginning of July, I was at a fucking rehab. Yeah, I know, huh? Ooh, rehab. I know exactly how I felt. I thought it was gonna be like completely like it was like the lowest of low that you could get, right? Like, I thought rehab was like rock bottom. Like, after that, you fucked up. But honestly, guys, it's better to go to rehab than end up, homeless or sucking dick for crack. I didn't suck dick for crack, obviously, but I'm just saying it's probably better to end up in rehab than to end up anywhere else. So, anyways, on with that. So, I spent 2 months at an inpatient rehab center, which is probably the worst kind, guys. It's the type where you have to stay there and, sleep in. And, basically, the rehab I spent time at was with the Dream Center because it was free. I mean, most fucking rehabs are very pricey and they don't work. So I chose a free organization called the Dream Center, and this is a faith-based organization. So it was Christian, or not really Christian, but just, they call themselves Christian, I guess, for the most part. A lot of the people in there weren't Christian. They were just, I guess, believers, whatnot. And I'm not a Bible thumper or anything right now, but I do still believe in a higher power, and there's still a possibility that in my mind I believe in kind of like the earth had demigods. So it's very possible that Jesus was one of those demigods. And out of all the demigods, he's one of the only demigods that apparently sacrificed himself, whether it was figuratively or metaphorically, for the human race. And there's evidence that. But anyways, I don't want to fucking push my beliefs anymore. Long story short, I spent some time there. I figured myself out, what I wanted to be, who I wanted to be. The program itself wasn't super bad, but it was fucking like annoying. Like, it's like a prelude to jail. Nowhere near as bad as jail. Like, there was no fights, and the food was good, and the people treated you well. But as soon as you were, labeled as a pariah, kind of people would just start talking. So it was like high school. Imagine like a religious school. Yeah, it's kind of like a religious boarding school. It's Christian boot camp, basically, because they did make you work. I remember I was working, like, they put you to work at different things. And I mean, holy fuck, guys, I was working while I was there. I was doing landscaping. I was doing warehouse. I was doing moving. Like, we would be moving shit almost all day, every day, working in the sun. I got tan while I was there. I don't know if the tan went away. I've been in it for a long time now. I've been inside for like a month. And, yeah, so it just puts you to work. So it made the days go by quick. The first month was shit. There's this thing called orientation. You're there for a cool minute. Like, for a month of orientation. Orientation is worse. Like, it's like a period where you guys are in like a probationary period to see if you really want to like be there. And you don't work for like a month. I know it sounds cool, but honestly it's not, because you're just sitting on a desk with a Bible. They don't allow no outside books. Only thing you're allowed to have in there is a Bible and your mind. That's it. So but during that month of sitting there with a fucking Bible and having nothing to do, I would just, think about all the shit that I've done. Like, I was finally sober. And I think of all the shit that I've done, and I like realized, like, wow, I was really a scumbag, you feel me? So it's good that I was in that little probationary period, although it was very annoying, because it allowed me to, rethink my choices in life. And so the reason I was there was because I got pretty fucking addicted to benzos, the RC benzos, the ones that I used to review. So disclaimer, do not fucking even try the new research chemical benzos. They're way too easy to get into, way easier to get into than Xanax or Klonopins or Valiums. It's just beyond, because it was the accessibility that really fucked me up too, because I just started off on weekends, and next thing you know, I'm blacked out 4 days of the week doing stupid shit. Like, I was possessed every time I took them. No drug ever fucked me up that bad, and I've done opiates, and I've done almost every other drug under the sun that would be considered hard, except for meth and heroin and coke. But benzos I would put it up there with heroin, meth, and coke, because there were a lot of people there for meth and heroin, and they fucked their lives up. They had to steal for money and all that stuff. They did stupid things while they were under the influence, and I was one of those people that did stupid. I'm not gonna really say what it was, because I'm gonna keep that to myself and to the other people in rehab, because I did talk to a lot of people in rehab, and holy fuck, dude, like, I'm up there. Like, my addiction was up there in the destructiveness, but everybody said while I was there, it's good that you get it now, you get it early, so that you don't fuck up like we did, because there's people who were there who've been fucking up for 10 years, been fucking up for 20 years, So they're like, it's good you get it now. I'm only 19, barely gonna turn 20 this year. It's good that I got that in my head already, thank God. But I finally got it, and I'm getting my life back on track. I got out. I had to convince my mom to get me out, because I had this really trippy dream where I just, like, I felt like God was telling me to go home. Like, I felt like God was telling me to go home and you're ready. And it was trippy, because as soon as I thought it, and I was like, I'm just gonna have faith. And there was some struggles to get out, because mom was not happy. It was a year program, and she wanted me to do a year, but something inside me was telling me just get out to just leave when I'm supposed to leave. Like, I felt like my calling was to go now, and it ended up working, because I got out. My mom was pissed, obviously. I almost got sent away, because nobody had trust in me anymore. Nobody had faith in me because of my past. So I fucked up a lot, but I just had faith in I just had faith that whatever I was experiencing was real. And a day later, my mom changes her mind. Like, all right, I'll give you one last chance. And I was like, oh, thank God, right? Thank God. But I had faith in that, and next thing you know, things started to kind of line up. Like, things started to line up. My family started to be happy with me. I was starting to feel happier. I don't feel depression anymore. I had really bad depression at one point, and I didn't know why. It's probably due to the drugs and me not loving myself. So now being sober, I'm 3 months sober, and it's getting easier every time, because I'm finding ways to cope with my depression and my anxiety. You don't necessarily eat drugs for all this shit. Because some people, they're not chemically addicted. They're just, they're not chemically imbalanced. They're just, depressed for a variety of reasons. There's a lot of depression nowadays. And I just learned to get over it. One of the ways I've been able to get over it is by working out, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? Hitting the gym. Or, just hitting the gym at least 3 times a week, 4 times a week. It really gets a lot of your energy out, and it makes you really, like, it gets a lot of the stress out, especially when you hit a punching bag. I had a lot of anger, towards society, towards myself, and just hitting a punching bag, it really does fucking help. Hitting really heavy weights, getting those endorphins in your body running, it feels fucking good. Like, honestly, it feels so good. And that's like my new hobby right now. Like, my new hobby is How much more weight can I? I've always been a guy who pushes it to the limit with my drugs and just anything like rule breaking. So might as well push the limit when it comes to doing weights, right? To pushing weights and working out. So that's what I do now. I push the limit that way, so that therefore I can at least get something out of it. Maybe I look in the mirror and I got a little bit more shoulders now. Maybe I look in the mirror and now my biceps are a little bit bigger. It feels good because you're working on your body and it's a healthy thing to do. As long as I'm not overdoing it, right? I'm taking rest days. But yeah, I don't know if you guys can see, I feel much happier. And this is a real happiness. Like, this is a sober happiness. And the rehab I was in, as much as I shit on it, it was fucked up at some points. It did help, and the people there were amazing. The people you do time with, I say 90% of them were amazing people. I met very, very good people from all walks of life. People from North Carolina, people from New York, people from New Jersey, people from all over California, from Ventura, from freaking Ontario. Shouts out to Brandon. That dude was a G. He really took me under his wing and taught me a lot. The dude's from Portland, Oregon. I mean, he literally is the ambassador for Portland, Oregon. Like, not literally, but I mean, that's all he talked about. He really made me want to go up there and visit. Man, that dude really helped me out, and a whole load of other people from Boulder, Colorado. Freaking, just amazing people. And anyways, I just hope that you guys can appreciate the new videos I'm going to make. They're gonna stray farther away from me doing drugs on camera and shit. I know a lot of people were there only because I did that, but it was getting me a lot in trouble on YouTube, and it was just fucking with me at home, and just fucking with my soul basically. So I'm basically gonna just be doing videos about updates on life and basic updates on life, plus reviews of things like more natural things like kratom and protein shakes and coffee brands. I don't know. I'm gonna do reviews, but they're not gonna be how they used to. But I'll still be around if you guys are interested, and I'll still keep the old videos as long as YouTube will allow them to stay up before they flag that shit. People flag it and they get taken off, because I've had a couple of videos that got taken off. So you guys can still go back and check out the other videos. I'll still do trip reports occasionally, because I still will use cannabis. Not as much as I used to, but definitely every now and then. Kratom, obviously. I'm hoping to do MDMA pretty soon. MDMA was the only thing I never really got psychedelics and MDMA. Like, MDMA and psychedelics were the only thing I never got super addicted to, because you just can't abuse those drugs at all. So from now on, I'm just not gonna do drugs that I can potentially abuse for a long time. So that's anything like benzos, honestly, because it really fucked me up. Alcohol I can control, weed I can control, but benzos is just a different monster. And never again. Don't ever fuck with benzos. They will fuck your life up. I know tobacco too. I used to smoke a lot while I was on benzo. I'm not even a smoker, but for like the 6 months I was a benzo user, I really fucked my lungs up. I was smoking like Newports, Marlboro Reds. And I don't even like smoking, but every time I was like on a benzo, I would just light up a cigarette and smoke like it was a joint, because it felt good. But I mean, now the thought of a cigarette, the smell of a cigarette just makes me fucking sick, And I'm not going down that path again. So anyways, guys, I hope you all are doing good. I hope that you guys can continue to stick around for my new journey. I'm sorry the quality on this phone isn't super good. I'm filming an S3, Galaxy S3. Should get my S7 hooked up again very soon. I'm switching plans and everything, hopefully this new job that I just interviewed for at a Fortune 50 company, I'm not going to say which one exactly, because I don't want to, put too much information out there, but I got hired at a Fortune 50 company. If I stay 90 days, I'm going to become union. And they haven't, I got the job, but they're basically, I'm like in a little transit period where they have to wait for some other people to leave, so therefore there'd be a spot open for me to come in. And basically, so either this week or next week, I'm gonna start working at this nice warehouse. But anyways, guys, God bless and have a very good day. Peace.